Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So this is my second time trying to make this video because I feel like the stupid phone. I feel like the first time I didn't convey my feelings well enough. So what's today's topic? Well, today's topic is, god damn it, really phone? Today's topic is horror games and how I don't like them anymore, at least modern horror games. Anyone who knows me knows that I like horror games, but I like a certain type of horror game because I grew up on a certain type, and that type is top three. I'm gonna have to say Dead Space series, the Resident Evils before 5, and Silent Hill. Some of the games, not all, because I didn't play all of them. Um, so, what do I mean by I don't like horror games now? Because, well, horror games seem to be the same repeated formula over and over again. Like you go into an abandoned place that nobody has been to, or you're trying to escape, so you don't want to get caught. All you do is run around, look for clues, maybe open this door, do a few puzzles, but that's all you're doing, just running around, maybe hiding. And ever since Outlast, by the way, I think it's been like that. So let's go back to the beginning. Super popular game, at least I think, was Amnesia, and that really got this type of running type thing, and then looking for clues, trying to hide, and all this stuff really popular. So everybody tried doing the same thing again, but like eventually everything gets stale. Cause if you look at the way that Five Nights at Freddy's is made, like the first one was good and scary, I guess. I, I mean, I don't like that type of game, but it was scary. Everybody liked it, and then by the third one, nobody got scared because everybody knew what was coming, and that type of stuff gets stale, like I said. So, what I miss from old horror games is the type of anxiety that they put you through. Like, for example, Silent Hill, you have these enemies, and you have a few options. You can run from them, or you can engage them and kill them, but that uses up resources, which you probably don't have, because some of these weapons have durability and stuff, can only take so many hits. And then that's where the anxiety comes in, and that's where I think makes it kind of like a bit more horror. Not only is it the ambience of Silent Hill games, Resident Evil games, and the Dead Space series that makes it kind of horror, it's also the music, the fact that you have limited resources, so you have to kind of think wisely. When it comes to Silent Hill and Resident Evil, you have, I believe, limited space in your storage in your backpack, so you kind of have to think: do I want that? Do I want that herb or that healing item, or do I want more ammo or a weapon? Like, what do I want to do? And then the fact that you can defeat these monsters, I think, makes it a bit more interactive. Like, you get caught, and what do you do? Well, now I have to fight back, right? Or again, you can run. But the fact that you can fight back, I think, makes it more interactive. In like games nowadays, you get caught, it's over, man. What are you gonna do? Like, run again? But even then, you're probably gonna get caught. You're gonna get cornered or something, and you're gonna get caught. There's nothing you can do much you once you get caught, and I hate that, and it makes it boring. Like, when you're playing Silent Hill, when you're playing Resident Evil, maybe you get swiped at by a zombie, and you kill him, and then by the end of the fight, you have low health, and you're like, oof, that was close. But in these new games where you running away from enemies, you get caught, and you don't say, oof, that was close. You say, oof, finally, he's gone. You don't say stuff like that. I don't know, man. It's just I don't think like new games now, at least horror. Like most recent example was Until Dawn. It was more of a movie than a game, an interactive movie than a game. And then I think the most recent example of a true horror game that didn't come to fruition was that PT playable trailer for Silent Hill that was canceled before Kojima left, I believe. And it was scary because every single time you went through the room, there was something different, and it gave you that mysterious thing of wait, that wasn't there before, and it gives you that anxiety. Have somebody been here before, or am I just going crazy, right? And then there was a few jump scares, yes, but they weren't like so plentiful, right? Where you would get bored by them. Like games nowadays have so many jump scares. That's not true horror, dude. There's just jump scares, and it's an instinct as a human being to jump up when something jumps up at you. Maybe you cover your face, or you maybe throw a punch. It's a defense mechanism, right? Everyone's like, I hate it when people do, haha, you jumped, you got scared. No, dude, it's a defense mechanism. You know, like getting scared is running away from the thing that's in front of you, but jumping up, maybe covering your face, is more of a defense mechanism than anything else. So, games, I feel like are getting, like I said, too repetitive. Horror games, at least. Look, I'm looking on the Nintendo Switch. I'm looking at the PS4. I'm like, what's a? I want a good horror game. I type horror game. I look at the description. It's like, oh, look at new innovative puzzle solving RPG or whatever horror game where you run away from the enemy while you try to solve puzzles or retain your memory back. And it's just like over and over again the same thing. And then you look at the gameplay. It's just like some dude looking for stuff, like looking for clues to get his memory back or whatever. Like, dude, how many times have I seen this already? And I hate these because like I find a good one that I think might be good. For example, I think the game that I recently played was Perception on the Switch. It's about a blind girl that goes to this huge mansion where she has bad dreams of. And because she's blind, she uses echolocation to move around. So the whole time you're like running around, like walking around looking for clues. And I play it and I'm falling asleep, dude. Like, I'm just running through the mansion and I'm like, what am I supposed to get now? Oh, yeah, the rope. Yeah, it's all the way over there. Here I go. And and then eventually you get jump scared because there's a loud noise, and it just jerks you away, and then rinse and repeat. And in all these games that I played recently, there's always that hiding mechanic. Oh, you want to hide in a locker, hide in a crate, do this and that, and I think that's stupid, man. Like, please, somebody innovate horror games now. Like, at least Resident Evil is kind of making a pass for this with Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8 that's going to come out for the PS5 for the next gen. And that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, horror games now are so, like, repetitive and stale that people prefer remakes of old horror games like Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. Because those were, like, true horror games that gave you anxiety. Like, I remember back in a long time ago when I tried playing Resident Evil 3, I and Nemesis came at you. I got scared, not because he was like scary or because he jumped at you like a jump scare, but because I knew that if he touched me once, I was basically screwed because I probably didn't have any resources at the time. And then finally escaping him, that sense of anxiety, again, it's scary. Like when you're trying to go into a safe point, a safe room, because you're low on health or you're low on ammo or whatever, and then a bunch of these hunters or lickers are like all over the place, and you just get like, you clench up, and you get anxiety, and then you're like, oh my god, and then you finally make it, and you're like, whew, Man, that was scary. That was so close. I almost didn't make that. Almost lost all my progress for the last 2 hours. And I love that feeling, you know? Like, I played Outlast when it was super popular back in the day, which wasn't too long ago, but still. And I couldn't pass it, dude. Like, the fact that I'm just like roaming around, I'm like looking for stuff, just like backtracking. I'm like falling asleep. Like, I'm and then the fact that the camera, the way they move, like you have to look back behind you to see if you were getting chased. It just gave me a headache. And then also the fact that you have to use the night vision in order to see anything in these games now. Like, why are they so dark? Like, I don't understand, dude. I can't see anything. It hurts my eyes when like the whole area is so dark, and the only thing you have to go with is the flashlight. But the flashlight is so bright, and it just hurts your eyes. I hate that con- contrast, and that's why I didn't like Outlast 2, because like the night vision mode just made it so bright. Everything, like the lights just made everything bright, and the dark areas was just, and the green color was just nauseating. I didn't pass that game because of that. Every single time, 1 hour after playtime, I would always get a headache, and it was annoying. So I was like, man, I'm done with this game. I don't think I'm ever gonna pass it. But moving on from that, yeah, like I said, man, like horror games don't give you that sense of urgency anymore. You know, you get caught now, and what are you gonna do? Well, you just respawn on the old save point that you were at. You know, at least in the old ones, you could do stuff differently when you died and came back. Maybe this time you were like, oh, maybe I'll use this gun, or maybe I'll put some trip mine downs, or maybe I'll reposition myself somewhere else. But in these new ones where you just keep getting chased, you can't just go, okay, I'll run faster, because there's only so much you can do to where you don't get caught. What are you gonna do? Hide, and then the AI gets broken, and then they find you from across the map. Uh, I don't know, man. Please, somebody innovate horror games, dude. I'm getting tired of these old, stale, run away from enemies type and look for clues. They bore the hell out of me. They're so boring. They're not interactive enough. Like, all I'm doing is reading the backstory. Like, I don't want to just read a paper like all the time. No, stop with this. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for me for this video. Hopefully, I did much better this time than the first time. At least in my opinion, I think I did. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters.